Hey guys, it's Cece, and today I'm here to talk about all of my favorite things from the month of August. This is going to be kind of TV and YouTube heavy, but that's just the kind of thing I was doing in August. And yeah, let's just jump in. This is my favorite stuff from August. I want to talk about it and gush a whole lot. Let's start with TV, shall we? And we are going to start by talking about Black Mirror. So I watched almost the entirety of Black Mirror in August. I actually have one episode left. I haven't finished the final episode of season 3 just yet, but it will happen very soon. Black Mirror is a super cool show, even though it's incredibly dark and almost never ends happily ever. But a lot of it is a commentary on technology and kind of a what could go wrong with a lot of ideas in technology. Every episode is its own story with its own cast and kind of world, and I just really enjoyed watching this in August. I had already seen a few episodes before with my friends, but this was the first time I'd sat down and really tried to watch it from beginning to end. After watching all of it, I can 100% tell you that my favorite episode is San Junipero, which I knew it would be. I have been hearing about that episode for so long. In case you're wondering, queer ladies, it was a joy. I also really enjoy Be Right Back. I think it's a really, really well-written episode. And I've really been enjoying season 3. I think it has some really strong world building, especially Nosedive. I thought that one was just phenomenal and so on point aesthetically. But yeah, if you're interested, this is a pretty quick show to watch. There are not that many episodes. There are 3 episodes in season 1, 4 episodes in season 2, and 6 episodes in season 3, and it's just really great. I highly recommend it. The other show that was a favorite thing in the month of August is, of course, Game of Thrones. This was season 7. This was the second to last season. We've only got one left, and I think mostly, it was a pretty high point for the series. I am not going to talk too much about this season because I actually have an entire video that I filmed about it that's going to be up in a few days. It's a gush and a groan session where I'm going to talk about my feelings about all of these episodes. But I mean, even though it had some rough points, I think overall the season was really, really strong, and I loved the reunions. So many great reunions and character meetups. That's really what I took away from this season. Now let's talk about some YouTube stuff, some favorite videos, and a favorite new channel. The first video I want to talk about is called Sherlock Season 4 Was Terrible, and it was by the channel Abby Bosworth. I actually, after watching this, watched more of her videos and have really come to love her channel, so she's a new channel I'm loving, but this video in particular was so excellent. I hated Season 4 of Sherlock, and I basically wrote off the show after I watched it. I just kind of stopped caring about the rest of the show because I thought season 4 was so strikingly bad. This video talks about a ton of the reasons I had issues with the final season of the show, plus it's funny and it's really on point. It really gets a lot of the points across. Yeah, for all of those people who've been asking me why I didn't like season 4 of Sherlock, there were other reasons that Abby didn't mention in this video, but this is a pretty good explanation also. Another video that I absolutely loved was Fave Heterosexual TV Shows and Movies by the channel Rowan Ellis. Rowan is such an amazing channel. I absolutely love all of her videos. I think I've been talking about her for a few months now. She just always has some amazing content to share. This video was hysterical. The entire video was about how hard it is to find heterosexual representation in media, and she was picking and choosing some of her favorite examples just so everyone knows that they're out there because they're so hard to find. This video was just so on point. I loved everything about it. Go watch it immediately and go subscribe to Rowan. She does amazing stuff. And the other video that I have to talk about is called Wax Me Anything, which was a waxing Q&A that Hannah Hart put up on her channel, and the reason I have to talk about this video is because her girlfriend was in it, and this video was amazing. Anything related to gay ladies being in couples, I'm immediately there for. I'm very excited as soon as any gay lady I admire gets a lady in her life that she loves. I go really hard, really fast, and I was so happy to see them in a video interacting. Not only was this a fun video because it was funny and sweet, but also Hannah and Ella are so cute together, and I loved seeing them do stuff. I hope they do more stuff. This just made my gay heart, like, so happy. I also want to talk about one channel that I subscribed to in August, and that is Jackson Bird. I know, how did I not know about Jackson already? Jackson is a trans guy, and I found his channel because I was watching a bunch of collabs that queer YouTubers did at various events, and Jackson kept showing up, and I was like, you know, I love this guy. I gotta find out more of what he does on his own channel. He has so much great content, from funny videos to discussion videos to the fact that he occasionally talks about books, which was very exciting. He had a video about how he was trying to be a booktube channel, and it was fantastic. I also saved one of his other videos to watch, which was a video about his favorite trans books. I'm really excited to hopefully get some recommendations from that. But yeah, mostly I've been absolutely loving watching Jackson's videos, and I'm so glad that I finally found my way to his channel. One movie I really have to talk about now is Pacific Rim. Now, before you all freak out on me, I had seen Pacific Rim one time before. I saw it when it very first came out in theaters, and I didn't like it when I went and saw it in the theater, so I never watched it again, because I didn't like it. But in August, my friends forced me to rewatch it, and it ended, and I was like, what problems did I have with this movie 4 years ago? I really like Guillermo del Toro's movies, and especially Hellboy has been a huge part of my life and developing my taste in movies, so I can't come up with an explanation for you for why I didn't like this movie. I loved its focus on friendship and relationships, and the two science guys. I love them. And they love each other. So rewatching this was a really good decision because I loved it, and now I am really, really excited for the next movie, which is coming out like next year, and John Boyega is in it. This is all very exciting stuff. I'm so happy I rewatched this and discovered a love for it instead of just a general feeling that I had before. I also wanted to talk about a few new people I followed on Instagram in August because I found some new accounts that I have absolutely been loving, and the first of those is Shelly Zev. Shelly takes beautiful photos, she talks about absolutely fabulous books, and I always like seeing her content in my feed. There's also Grace's Library. She has this really beautiful color scheme going on her Instagram that I love. Plus, both Shelly and Grace take pictures of diverse books for the most part, so you're also actually seeing some different books than what you might usually see on Instagram, which is always a good thing. And finally, Kirsten Hippie? I don't know. I haven't actually watched her YouTube channel, so I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I found her Instagram, I think because she's friends with Dodie, and so I was just like checking through some of the other people that Dodie had tagged in a picture because I love Dodie. Is that weird? But this girl takes gorgeous photos. She has this rotating color scheme, so all of her pictures are like red, and then they'll all be orange, and they kind of change over time. It's really beautiful if you're just like scrolling through. I'm a huge fan of it, and I mean, she also takes Disney pictures. She takes books pictures sometimes. It's just really, really gorgeous, and I recommend that you follow all three of these people on Instagram. I definitely have to talk about a new item of clothing, and that is this little number. If you follow me on any social media, you've probably already seen this because I wore it to a wedding and I kept posting pictures. Here's a picture of it on. Thank you so much for everyone who said that I looked nice at this wedding, but I have to share with you something. This isn't a dress. This is a romper. I tend to not want to wear dresses to nicer occasions. I prefer to find fancy rompers, and so this is the romper that I decided to wear to this wedding. I love it. The shorts are very, very wide and flowy, which is why everyone thinks it's a dress, which is fine. Like, fooled everybody. But also the wide leg aspect of it makes this such a comfortable outfit. I got this from Forever 21. It just stuck out to me and I knew I had to have it. It was so springy and light and flowy, and I cannot wait to find an excuse to wear this over and over again because I think it's gorgeous. At the beginning of August, my mom, my sister, and I went on a little mini vacation to southern Utah just to spend time with my cousin and to take some time off before school got started again for my sister. And while we were there, we stopped into a secondhand shop and I got a new guitar. So my mom actually bought this for me, which was so nice of her. I do already own a guitar, but it's in storage back on the East Coast, so I haven't had access to a guitar here. And I found this, and I tuned it up in the store, and I just thought it was perfect for me. It's honestly, it might even be a half-size guitar. It's quite small, but I'm quite small. This one fits under my arm perfectly. It sounds pretty good. I still need to clean it up. I think I'm going to restring it and really give it a good scrubbing, and then it'll be all in tip-top shape, but my dad used to restore guitars, so if I need any help at all, I know he will help me out with it. I'm absolutely in love with this. I'm so happy that I have a guitar that's more my size now. And the final thing I have to talk about in this video is the reason I am wearing this lovely Coca-Cola t-shirt. That's right, I simply must talk about the Raven Cycle again. So, I would have dressed as my favorite character from the series, but I have never and will never own a colorful polo, so sorry Gansey, I'm just gonna have to wear my Adam Parrish vest instead. I fell so hard so fast with the series, it's absurd. I want to reread them, and I'm honestly probably going to reread the entire series in October. Here's your heads up that that's probably happening. My favorite of the series is definitely Blue Lily, Lily Blue. It is the first one that I read that I just fell in love with every part of it. The relationships in this book are just so strong, and every time characters would interact, I would pull out my notes again and just scribble madly because I love it. I have been obsessively following blogs on Tumblr and reblogging nothing but Raven Cycle content to my book blog. Oops. I have been looking at fan art. If you want to see a few of my favorite pieces of fan art, I will leave them here. They're all very nice. I will link these in the description below, should you want to check them out. I don't know what it is, but a book series has not touched me the way that this one did in a very, very, very long time. It's incredibly rare for so many main characters to all somehow be people that I loved. There wasn't a main character that I didn't like in this series. There wasn't even a side character I didn't like in this series. The romantic relationships, no. So I don't read fan fiction for books. That's generally been a rule of mine. I only read it for TV. No longer. I have so many favorite moments, favorite scenes, character interactions. It's just, I absolutely loved reading the series, and I can't wait to reread it next month. That's basically what it comes down to. I love everything about this. Okay guys, there you go. Those are all of my favorite things from the month of August. I hope that you enjoyed hearing me talk about all of them. What do you think of my favorites? Plus share a few of your own favorite things from August down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!